Alright, first you're gonna put Marauder Zombie No Slam, and you're gonna log into your Marauder, and you're gonna pick up your Driftwood Club, and then when you talk to this guy, you smack this, and you get your first ability, Heavy Strike. Then you actually get your first OP gem right here, Ruthless Support. Then you kill this guy, pick up his loot, and you go to town. You can buy another Ruthless Support. You would just put this in your stash, and you're good to go. Oh, then we're gonna get this Shadow. Shadow's be no slime. So you're gonna kill him to pick up all the loot. And on this character, you actually start with Viper Strike and Chance to Poison support. So similar to the last one, you don't need to talk to Darkly. I made a mistake there. You just go to Nessa, and then we're gonna buy a second one. So we're gonna have 2 Chance to Poison. And then you mule this to your second character. Alright, so yeah, we started off with muling Ruthless support and Chance to Poison support from a Marauder and a Shadow, and that's going to get you started into my build. So it's a lot different with the Zombie Slam being changed. I have to make up for the loss, and it's even better than it's ever been. So 9-point power spike's the same, but there's a lot of things to change, so stay tuned. Here we go. So then we still get the Indom army with the leech. And then we go for the Enduring Bond. And we went Minion accuracy rating. I think I might have done an Overwhelm Fizz last time. So then Overwhelm Fizz on the next mastery. We go for all this. And then we went for... so this is where we are already different. Also, it's instead of Grave Pact, I went Death Attunement. And Commander of Darkness. And then I went straight to Solvenarity, Righteous Army, and Redemption. And so you can see that I skipped Grave Pact. And then we grabbed the extra attributes, grabbed a bunch of quality of life, some extra stuff we missed. Second lab. Then I filled in a bunch of the life nodes that I missed. And you can see here we grabbed the mana nodes. This is where you get some extra mana you need. Grabbed a bunch of the life. This is where you can get the life mastery. This is where you don't run life on your chest plate so that you can use this 15 max life mastery. Then we grab that extra golem, and we also got the third lab. And then we got all this extra life and the aura effect on you. And then I show with fourth lab, you can also grab the jewel sockets. And then I show a possible endgame tree and like jewels you could possibly use. So minion accuracy, minion damage, maybe strength dex. There's also like max life, minion life. There was also same one, but minion LE res. And then there was also taunt, blind, ghastly jewel. You could also get life, and you could get minion damage. You get the strength and dex through your gear as well. It doesn't have to be through the jewels. This is just showing you that it's possible to think of that as an option to maybe make gearing easier. And this was just a 3 notable cluster jewel. So it's Call to Slaughter, Feast and Fiends Renewal. So you don't take the Call to Slaughter. It goes in the back. I think Vicious Bite works too. But yeah, Feast and Fiends Renewal in the front. And usually that'd be kind of easy or cheap to make. And then that's the trees I made for now. But the leveling, the gems are completely different. So this is where the muled gem comes in. So you can already see, ordered it all by level and in order, and how you're going to do it. So your zombie can be linked to Ruthless Chance to Poison at level 1. Because you muled Ruthless Chance to Poison, these work on your zombie. Level 4, your Summon Raging Spirit can be linked to Phantasm support and Ruthless support. Your zombie can already have an extra Phantasm instead of the Ruthless. But I realize I should D&D the game so you don't hear... Sorry about that. Okay, and then we get Frostplunk at level 4. Level 8, you get added cold damage, so you can replace the Ruthless with added cold. And then zombie, we could replace the Ruthless with Phantasm. and then vitality, precision at level 10. But I disabled them here just because of the reservation, so it doesn't mess it up. But you do use vitality, precision. I don't use clarity. And then I got Val Skelly. You can use normal Skelly, but Val Skelly, if you could buy it for like 1 chaos, would be really, really good. And then Ruthless, chance to poison. So yeah, you got these because of the Shadow and the Marauder. And then Flesh Offering level 12. And then you get Skitterbots level 16. And Desecrate. And then you don't have to do anything all the way up to 28. And by 28, we get Spectre. And I linked Spectre to a Phantasm. This is where you can take off the Spectre, the Phantasm from the zombie when you have it on the Spectre and the Stone Golem, like this. You'll be spawning enough Phantasms, and then you could link like your zombie more like this. So zombie, poison, ruthless, melee fizz. And I was showing that at like level 38 when you already have these two and linked to this Phantasm. You could replace the Phantasm in there. And then your Skelly can become Val Skelly, Ruthless, Melee Fizz, Chance to Poison. And then at level 45 is where you're in Act 6. So you get access to all the gems through the normal vendor by completing the first area. And you'll talk to Lily or whatever. So then you can make all of these links. And so I did a Dread Banner, Generosity, Precision. Then we have a 5-link Ray Zombie with Feeding Frenzy. So you could have a 6th socket in the chest plate technically, not linked. So a 5-link 6-socket chest plate is a possibility to have an extra socket in the body armor for the Determination, for example. And then we had the boots. I did Spectre, Phantasm, Stone Golem, and added Maim. We got Maim from this. And then here I got Brutality instead of Chance to Poison. I wanted the Pure Fizz. Flame Dash. Then we have Desecrate, Offering, and then Vitality. And then this was supposed to be Shield, I believe. No, that's Weapon 2. This is... Glove? Something like that. One of them is supposed to be Weapon 2. I think this is Glove, and then the other one's Weapon 2, yeah. It's the same thing. And then I show how I actually had Life Tap in the shield charge. So you can take out Life Tap per Chaos Golem when you get Golem Commander, because I pointed out at this spot, 6 points plus a 3rd lab, you're getting Golem Commander. So you could drop the Life Tap to run the Chaos Golem to have the extra socket, unless you want to take something else out. And then also after, when you have all of this, with all the reservation, you could actually fit Pride in the build. So then, and with the levels. So then I show how you could drop faster attacks for Pride. And then so I also have the gear. I have a bunch of different gear you can use. So I'll just show you the biggest one for now. Hungry Loop. I showed that it could have a Hungry Loop. And so if you did a Hungry Loop with gems, then you can also, you put the Animate Guardian in there. So I was just showing like this for clarity, just so people don't get confused. But back to the early upgrades. So I started off with this just to give you a basis of the start. So it's just basic gear with just crafted resistance. So this is like level 12 crafting bench, and it's 10% move speed. And we just use a Jade Ami, the cold res rings, the strength belt, and just some like armor bases. And this shows that you can get your resistance to a really high amount. Even at a low level, especially when you don't have the negatives yet. So just the craft on the gear, no actual extra res except for sapphire rings, and you're basically res capped. So you're almost immune to elemental. And small life flask, small mana flask, quicksilvers. There you go. And then I show the next. So we had first upgrades. So imagine you could go for a calling wand. There's some better bases, obviously, like cedar, tower shield, cone helmet, maybe a ring mail coat to keep it easier to get blues for the chest or something. Maybe your plated gauntlet, maybe 15 move speed. You could start getting some move speed on some of these. Some res on these pieces as well, plus crafted resistance, so you could get more resistance, which then allows you to maybe run like better stuff like the bone ring, calling one with maybe some minion damage, maybe some extra minion damage here. You could even try to get some attributes on some of this potentially. You could even craft more if you had alchemy for at level 24 after. Then greater life flask, greater mana, and quicksilver. Then my second upgrade, so showing how you can go to a convening wand, still citron, and just some better bases. But then it shows the higher minion damage, higher reses, higher attributes, different tree, 25 move speed, higher minion damage, just showing you like priorities, and then showing you the better flash you can use, and then like bleed, and possibly enduring or shock, or immune to freeze and shock, and armor, showing you some possibilities. And then bigger upgrades was taking it from like pretty standard to shit you should like really be like technically looking for, like upgrading into +2 helm, the +1 of all skills Ami, +2 wands, at least +1 spell, because these like basically overall like just these 3 items +6 plus the Ami +7, and you get like a 21 gem, so this is like 28 level 28 minions, and it could really help for when I'm trying to set you up for this, where you run the animate guardian, and it helps keep him alive with the extra minion life, and the and then making sure he has all the extra levels, and the resistances, and all that stuff, and then the damage obviously, and then you can actually possibly put in the explode AG without having him die, which is really good. And then we all actually upgraded to a Stygian Vice, so Ghastly in the Stygian, so you don't get the strength from the belts, you had to make up the strength through the gear. Where was it? It was on the belt, crafted strength, got it, yeah. Plus, took the strength on the tree, as shown. Plus, we ended up taking like some of the strength here and here through the pathing, just because I took the life in the jewel socket. So, yeah, pretty cool overall though. Really like this build, like the league starter. And then the biggest changes are where we get to use the ruthless and chance to poison in the beginning from the mule that affects our whole leveling and has such a huge impact on all the minions I use. And so yeah, the league starter is really strong now, really solid. So this should give us a great start into Affliction League for minions, especially being zombie summoner. Where will I go with this build? What will be my final build? What will I end up doing as my main build next season? Will be decided based on the market, the prices, what it dictates, like what's affordable, what actually is like a thing that we can do, and there's like it's cheap and a lot of people can do it. Yeah, that's how we'll probably do it. Obviously we can play similar stuff to things I've played before that also have some changes to possibly make it work even better, especially if it has some synergies with those new ascendancies like the charms and stuff. But we'll have to stay tuned for that. And for now, the start looks really good. I'm really happy, really excited to do the leveling and show off the build even more than I already have been playtesting it myself. Thank you to my Patreon YouTube members who support the channel: Rico549, Joe No Mercy, David, Stephen, Hannes, Cynic, and Sanchin, and then Nicholas and White Wolf. Thank you guys so much. Bye!